Hey, it's your boy Trey, and welcome to another episode of Trey Chicago Sports Talk. This is my co-host John. We get right into some basketball. On the phone we have Craig.
Craig, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
What's happening? We're gonna jump to that B-ball right in off the bat.
Right here with some OKC.
Start off with that OKC San Antonio series. Man, that was a good series, right?
Oh, it was unbelievable. And hey, the world is shocked right now.
Yeah, they shocked. They are definitely shocked. To be up 2-0 and for OKC to come back on
Four straight.
Who would have thought it?
I sure didn't, man.
Yeah. Well, let's go and dissect the series real quick.
I picked the Spurs, so I'm looking bad right now.
Yeah, well, hey, that's all right. Everybody
Looking horrible.
All right, well, let's dissect this series. First off the bat, you guys think that the Thunder can win the championship by being solely a jump shot shooting team?
I think they'll be the first team in history because we all know that Boston's getting a little long in the tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And then Miami tries, but there's too much pressure on LeBron James.
Okay, Craig?
Well, the reality is they are a jump shooting team. They don't find it right now. But of course, whoever comes out and represents the Eastern Conference, they are the Eastern Conference champs.
Right.
Now, we won't know that until the end result tonight.
Right.
It's going to be hard regardless of who shows up for OKC to just walk away being a straight jump shooting team. I think it's going to rely down on that little post from Kendrick Perkins and Ibaka and being able to shot block. If they can do that, then they can be the NBA champ.
Yeah, that is true. And let me ask you guys this. If it is the Heat that prevail tonight, how big of a role would Thabo Sefolosha be guarding Wade or possibly guarding LeBron?
I think he'll hold Wade down to average like 12, 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sefolosha is young. He has fresh legs because he doesn't play much. And we all know Dwayne Wade is seriously injured with that drained knee. He just got drained after the game on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. Craig?
Well, the reality is, Sefolosha is a great defender, but now you're talking about dealing with two of the best players. Honestly, he can only contain them in spurts. The reality is, those guys are going to get there. That's not that the game is going to be won. It's going to be won with the other role players on what they need to do and do their job.
Right.
As well as Oklahoma City winning. Because we already know that Kevin Durant, not the drivers of that engine, but it's those other guys who make the team NBA champion. So we're going to see. It's going to be great, whoever it is. If it's Boston, they got their nucleus, but they need those best players to come through also.
You mean like the Shane Battiers, the Mike Millers, and the Tyrioffs and Hasms, right?
Mm.
That's right. That's what it comes down to. Those other players.
Yeah. That is true. D-Fish, how big a role is his leadership is on this young team, you think, Craig?
Well, I mean, honestly, they got some veterans there. Kendrick Perkins got a ring. You got Derek Fisher, who is an unbelievable talent, been around. So, to lead those guys, at the same time, they got the youth on their hand, and they're hungry. All I can say is that it's going to be a very fun series to watch. And of course, the world doesn't tonight. But then after that, we're going to see a great series, a fun series, and look forward to being 6 or 7 games. There ain't going to be no blowout here.
No. What you think on that leadership with that?
Definitely a big time leader in D-Fish.
Mm-hmm.
He helped the Lakers come with 5 championships. He really helped mature Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
And he really helped out with the Lakers. So I think he helped with this team too.
I agree. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think this is that the Thunder is built for a team to have multiple championships?
Well,
I think they got a shot, but like you said earlier, when we're relying on the jump shot, that can be a downtrend because of course they're hot now. They were hot this last year, but let's get into the NBA Finals. When those shots are not hitting, now you're in a whole different ball game, and really, the game is won down in the box.
Right.
So whoever can win on the rebound and then you both post the series.
Right.
But Ibaka can block some shots though. and he just turns things around, and so can Perkins.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Let's take a step back real quick, and let's talk about the state of the franchise with the San Antonio Spurs. Is it time to break this team up?
Gotta get younger. Just have to get younger.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's untouchable. Everybody's touchable except Tony Parker. He's the only untouchable person.
Okay, great.
Well, there is no such thing as not touchable. If you can make your team better and you can go forward. I mean, most guys are better. Obviously, Spurs did a lot. They gave a lot. Look at Tim Duncan. If he retires, he walks away with 4 rings after 15 seasons. I think that's a great career. There is no untouchable. Anybody can be replaced in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, personally, I think I agree a little bit with both of you guys. But like Trey was saying, I do think they're going to keep both Duncan and Parker. And they have some young guns with Leonard. And Steven Jackson is playing well. He's not quite as young as those guys, but he's still playing well.
And Danny Green.
Yeah, and Danny Green. And I look for them to actually, this may shock both of you, I look for them to move Ginobili. Yeah, that's who I look for them to move. Well, I mean, I think at some point you got to bring a few more younger guys in. And Ginobili, you still might can get something for him.
He's turning 35 next month.
Yeah, but you're looking at a team such as, that's a team that's going to compete later on. Like the Lakers are still in the West. So I see him moving to someone like that can help them get over the hump coming off the bench.
Like the Lake Show?
Yeah, just like the Lake Show. All right. Now let's move on to that pivotal Game 7 tonight with Boston and the Miami Heat. And before we get started on that, I think Trey has something to say about LeBron to you, Craig, and to the world on a bet that he lost. Trey?
LeBron James is the best player in the NBA.
Thanks. That's a man, Craig, that's a man that honors his bet right there. Regardless of what you heard, he take care of his bets.
Right.
Yeah. But seriously, let's get back to it. Game 7. Man, this is going to be a big one. Has Boston surprised either of you guys?
I picked them from the beginning to beat the Heat,
Mm-hmm.
of course. But, I mean, I have to be honest, they surprised me, especially Rondo and Garnett.
Yeah. Craig?
I can't say they surprised me. I mean, that's a veteran team. Veteran teams are hard to beat. You just can't get out there and think they're going to lay down. And honestly, Miami is a good team. They know that Boston's a good team. These teams are facing each other for, now, of course, 4 years ago, Boston was the NBA champion.
Mm-hmm.
So the reality is, you deal with the heart of a champion. In order to beat the heart of a champion, you have to beat him.
Right.
So I think Miami has a good chance. I think, moving forward, if they just work hard, they might be able to beat Boston. But it's not going to be easy. I'll play Easter team.
Mm-hmm. Let's get into a little game plan here. If you're Boston, do you try and lock down either Wade or LeBron and then lock down those role players and just try to let one of those guys beat you?
You lock down Wade first.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be easier with his injuries.
Right.
And then you take LeBron out second.
Mm-hmm.
You take LeBron out definitely second.
Yeah, I agree.
Because even if they don't score big, they do so many other factors. The
Mm-hmm.
reality is you have to stop the other guy.
Right.
If Donovan doesn't produce, if
Right.
Anthony doesn't produce, you got the guy coming off the bench that they can use the Shane Maddie. You need all of those guys to step up. Mario Chalmers, because it's now they're not producing, and that's where Miami loses.
Right. That's true. That's true.
They didn't produce last game, and they won.
Yeah, well, I think LeBron was just playing out his body last game. He just willed his team to win. Now, let's look at it on the Miami side. If you're Miami, what do you do to win tonight?
You try to show Kevin Garnett down.
With Rondo.
Uh-huh.
And basically, you have to figure out a way to slow him down, cut down on his assists, because he was hot that one game where he hit all those shots, but that's not Rondo's game. His game is distributing the ball. And if you can cut that down and then make Kevin Garnett work on both ends. See, I think some of the games in the series, Garnett didn't have to work on both ends.
Right.
And I
definitely you gotta shut down Rondo, but you have to shut down Kevin Garnett as well. You gotta get him off the rebounds, get him to take tougher shots, more outside shots, no post ups.
I agree. How big is Ray Allen coming off the bench tonight, though? I mean, you think he needs a big game?
You don't think he's gonna start?
No, I don't think he's gonna start.
He always needs a game for Ray Allen. The question is, can his legs, is that he doesn't know the game by game.
Right.
As the game goes on, him and Pierce are finding different injuries as far as the legs. So they're not quite the players they were, but they're veterans. So they play upstairs in the head.
Right.
And that's where the game is won.
Right.
If the Heat can control the pace of the game, and they can slow it down, and in spurts, hit those 3-pointers, well, they might be better than the Eastern Championship.
Right.
But did they ever say what was really wrong with Paul Pierce, though? They never said what was wrong with him.
Yeah, well, old age is what's wrong with him.
Father time.
His ass is old. Slow it down a little bit, Craig. We talked about the coaches, Spoelstra and Doc Rivers. This guy, Spoelstra, looked like he's just a deer in the headlights, don't you think?
And he's learning on the fly. And unfortunately, that's the hardest thing that he gets spotlight with his Miami team. And we all knew that when they put this team together, that's what the pinpoint focus was, because a lot of folks said, well, Pat Riley was going to come out as a general manager and come back down and sit on the bench. That's what they expected. But I think Pat is a little bit far removed from the generation now. So, Spoelstra is doing what he can. He does make some bad decisions, but he's not the coach Doc Rivers is. This guy, Doc Rivers, look at the coaches he's doing. Look at Tom Rivers.
Right. Yeah, that is true.
Eric Spoelstra needs to go back to the doctor's office because he looked like somebody doctor out there.
Now, let me ask you guys this. And whether Miami wins a championship or don't, is this it for him?
I hope so, because that man can't coach. He's one of the most awful coaches in the NBA.
Correct.
As far as accountability is concerned, somebody they come up short.
Right.
Right now, it's definitely not looking like it's going to be on the players. It's looking like it's going to fall on the coach's shoulder. Now, Miami definitely is very loyal to Spo. I don't know. I think, though, that they're looking for a coach who can mesh egos because, the X's and O's is not where it's won when you got players of that caliber. It's dealing with the egos.
Right.
You mean like Phil Jackson?
Just like Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Phil and Pat working together. What a big soap opera that would be. That would be storylines everywhere, man.
If that happens, it'd be a shocker to me. I just don't see it happening.
It would be fun to watch, though.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch.
It'll be fun.
I don't see Phil Jackson and Pat Riley working in the same building.
No, I can't see. I don't think a franchise is big enough for them to work in where they can be on two different coasts. It's not going to happen.
And anyway, there's not enough money for both because we all know Pat Riley got the money.
Right. Hey, but let's do a little state of the franchise, Boston. If Boston lose, what do? Who goes? Who stays?
Well, I think some of the players will retire. I think Kevin Garnett still will stay. But, the question mark, I'm sure Ray Allen is probably looking at retirement. Pierce is looking at a reduced role, maybe coming off the bench. And they're going to need some young players. They're going to need some young bodies in Boston.
Yep. Trey?
I disagree a little bit. There's no way that Paul Pierce, the truth, is coming off the bench. There's no way. I mean, come on. And there's a way that Ray Allen probably could stay on coming off the bench because Avery Bradley is going to be there next year. They don't need to move anybody. The only person I see them maybe moving is Jesus Shuttleworth, but I don't agree with it if they do.
Yeah. Me personally, I think it's going to be big changes. I look for Rondo to be gone. I look for Garnett to be gone. The only one I think is going to be there is probably Pierce. Yeah, that's who I think. But okay, guys, Craig, before we let you go, we want to wrap it up. Who wins tonight? Game 7 in Miami, Boston or the Heat?
From last appearances I saw and look on best player in the game, I got to put my money on LeBron James and the crew.
Okay.
They at home, all the Bucks that if they fall short, the world tears them apart. So I think
Right.
they're ready to step forward and represent the Eastern Conference, and then they got to deal with the big dogs out West.
Right. Okay, so
Boston
all right.
Boston by 10 to 15 tonight.
Boston by 10 or 15 for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to go with, I'm going to say the Heat, only because that they're at home and Boston is old. So I'm riding with the Heat. And in the lead dog race, Craig, you and I still are tied, 52-26. Earl Ryder, 49-29 in second place. So it's going to be a battle this next series between us. And Trey, and Trey,
I'm in last.
and Trey, our beloved host, 38-40.
Bringing up the rear.
Bring up the rear. It's okay though. It's all right. It's all right. All right, Craig.
All right.
Yep.
Talk to you guys later.
All right, man.
See you next week, man.
See you in a couple weeks. All right. All right, man. That's good. It's good talking with Craig. When we come back, what we gonna get into? A little basketball. I'm sorry. A little football. Let's start with football. Start with
gridiron.
First, we're gonna calm the staff down. Doris, L Investment, Janet Pierce, out of control. When we come back, you didn't think I'll do it? Drop in.
Welcome back, fans. We now get into a little football. Isn't that right?
That's right. A little football. Man, shocking. Chad Ochocinco Johnson released from the Patriots. What you think about that?
He didn't really conform to the Patriot way all that much. You know,
Right.
the Patriot way.
Right.
Bill Belichick was looking to trade him all day Thursday, but no takers, so they just said,
no takers.
enough with you, Chad. We sending you back home Dublin.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't shocking because they didn't throw to him that much last year. What he had, like 15 receptions, I think it was. So
For 256 yards.
Yeah, so it wasn't a big shocker. Do you think he's going to catch on somewhere else?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think he'll catch on somewhere else. I think he'll have no problem with finding another job. So who knows? More news. Bears camp starts in July. Unfortunately, still no Forte. This is going to go back and forth. If you was Forte, would you come back and play next year, or would you hold out the whole year?
Hold out until hopefully a team that doesn't mind showing you the Benjamins comes on and scoops you out.
Well, if I was him, I think he's going to come back and play. Like I said, with what's going to be at stake, hopefully a long run in the playoffs. Like I said, we're just looking forward to football camp starting down in Bourbonnais. Hopefully, we can put something together and go down there.
Hopefully, yeah.
And possibly do a show from Bourbonnais.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We have our peoples looking to that. Yeah. So,
our executive producer and the financial director.
Yeah. So Doris, L, get on that.
Get on that.
Janet Pilson.
Get on that too.
We make it happen. All right. When we come back, Trey, what we gonna get into?
We're gonna get right into some baseball.
Little Cubs and Sox.
Little
interleague play coming up.
Interleague play this weekend.
Yep. When we come back, Tom.
Welcome back, fans. Now we get right into some baseball. Isn't that right?
A little baseball action. Talk Cubs and Sox. As we know, this weekend is interleague play, so National and American League are getting together. Let's start off with the Cubs. They're up in Minnesota now.
Minnesota.
Yeah. They had last night 10 innings, lost 8-7 to the Twins. I don't know. The Cubs is starting back to just roll the other way. Yeah, they're starting back to roll the other way. I don't know what could be done here.
Hopefully we'll get some good draft picks. The draft was.
Yeah, that's the only thing that they got to look forward to on the north side. Sorry. Other than that, there was a concert in Wrigley Field last night. The Who was playing, so that's sorry north side. That's one thing we can give you right.
But the Cubs still haven't found what they're looking for.
Still haven't found
what they're looking for.
But we're right here with you guys.
Always.
That's right. What about them Sox on the south side?
Sox lost last night to the Astros.
The Sox are playing the Houston Astros.
El Caballo.
Yeah, Paulie is starting to come back this way from the leg injury that he had. Starting to pick it up, but unfortunately, they lost a couple. Yeah, that's right. It's supporting them White Sox. They lost a couple early in the week as well. But they still got a little, what is the lead? Like a half game over the Twins or something like that now? One game, or it's a full game over the Twins. Okay. All right. Well, if we can just keep pace, they're definitely surprising me. I had them in the basement all of the season personally.
But I like Robin, though.
Yeah, Robin is doing a better job than people was going to give him credit for.
Shout out to Robin Ventura.
Love you, Robin. Yeah. And that's about it in baseball. When we come back, we're going to go to Trey's corner, ask him a few questions, baseball, basketball, and football questions. When we come back.
Now we're doing Trey's corner, where John asks me questions, and I will give my very good opinion.
That's right, Trey. Let's start you off here. See how he thinks about this here. As we talked about earlier, Chad Ochocinco being released from the New England Patriots. First question: should the Bears go after Chad?
Yes, because of veteran experience. He's done things with the Cincinnati Bengals. He needs legendary status for his career, so he really should consider going to the Bears, and the Bears should consider picking him up.
Okay, all right, that's good. All right, next question. We're going to move to baseball. We talked earlier about the Cubs, obviously trying to make moves and make their team better. One move. Let's see what you feel about this. Should the Cubs make a trade and trade Ryan Dempster?
I think he has to okay it from the club from his no trade clause.
Okay.
He got to okay it, but no, because he's one of the two good pitchers you actually have. If you really get rid of the one or two pitchers you actually have, what would entice other people to come in here?
Okay. All right. And the final one, we're gonna move to the B-ball. We all know of the shortened season, and it's been a good season this year, and with the strike. Do you think the NBA lost some of its fans from the lockout, or since the playoffs, you think they kind of came back?
It came back because it never left, because true NBA fans like me and you, John, we never went from the NBA. We never.
Okay.
We always loved the NBA. Shout out to David Stern, best commissioner in the world.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to let you wrap it up. But before we get out of here, actually before I get out of here, because you're going to wrap it up by yourself, I want to give a couple of birthday shouts out upcoming week and next week. First one is going to be to Tommy Youngblood, our cameraman. Happy birthday, T. We love you, man.
Best cameraman in the business, man.
That's right. And the next one is going to our beloved host, Trey. Got a birthday coming up, number 20th. We're going to be kicking it.
2-0.
We're going to be kicking it at the Tilted Kill. Hopefully you guys can come out and join us if you're in Chicago area in the area. Happy birthday, brother. Love
Thanks,
you.
man.
Yep. All right, come back. We're wrapping it up.
Hope you enjoyed today's show. We're going to be wrapping it up now. I would like to tell you we're going to be off for a couple of weeks. Hopefully when we come back, we're going to show you who the champions are. We're going to tell you about the Olympics basketball, swimming, and little baseball from the Olympics. Until then, peace out. Hit it, huh?